how are you? So I figured we can talk about SAS. All right, so I typically love to do these SAS videos. I know we got a lot of SAS videos, and yeah, I'm sorry, I'm always a part of that number. So in my particular video, I want to go over an ultimate guide. We're going to gloss over quite a few of the things that I have found from a combo of both Reddit and Life Inside the Page. Let me talk about Life Inside the Page. It is owned and operated by a creator named Tess, and Tess has been giving us the tea for years. So we respect Tess, and I always will reference her work when I am talking about things that she has put about. Also, a lot of this is from Reddit. When I post pictures, I will also post the source. All right, so this guide is to tell you what to expect and how to save money. And my how to save money method is a little bit different than most of our favorites, because most of our favorites are like, well, we're gonna spend $200 and $300. $40, that's what I'm planning on spending. So I'm gonna talk to y'all about how you can reach your goal even if it is $50 and under. For all intents and purposes, we are going to probably try to stick to $50 budget, but let's go ahead and talk about how we can. Let's first get into this sale. All right, boo. So I did take some notes because, you know, whatever. So let's talk about pricing. I think pricing is probably the most important thing about semi-annual sale, and I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna make this one beginner friendly. So if you are new here, Bath and Body Works has what's called a semi-annual sale. I will be referencing it as SAS throughout this video. SAS is a sale that they have twice a year where they clearance out seasonal and bring back and or start up a new line of sales. So I'm a body care girly, so for all intents and purposes, this video is going to focus primarily on body care, and I'm just going to kind of gloss over the prices for home care and things like that, and I'm gonna let you know how you can save money. All right, so let's get into the sale. So when you go into SAS, what you're going to see is you're going to see about 6 tables, and 2 of them will probably be round tables in the back, but most of them will be in the front, and you're going to see these yellow ducks, and these yellow ducks are going to designate that this is going to be on some type of sale. So the sale prices are usually 75%, which is probably the most discounted that you're going to get, and or 50%, and those 50% always goes down. Every now and then we get a table of a $3.99 or a $4.99, which is actually less than 75% off of most full priced items. So those are the tables. So but on the sides of the store, meaning the walls, the core line is not going to be a part of that number, okay? So core line is not going to be a part of the sale. So that is your in the stars, that's your butterfly, your things that are normal price are not going to be a part of the sale. And then we're going to talk about how you can actually save money on those as well. So first, we are hypothesizing, all of this is subject to change, that we're going to have a $3.99 table, and that's typically the one in the middle. All right, and so in that table, we're going to have Wish You Were Here collection. I'm not very sure, but by the time I edit this is what this collection is going to be. Our July 4th collection, which is our Gingham All-American, is going to be $3.99. So that's a wonderful price, because the full price of, say, the body mist is $18.95, and 75% of that is roughly $5. But $3.99 is actually less than the 75% off, so that's a great deal for that. Sweet Summer collection is going to be part of the $3.99. That is going to be our cotton candy, sweet sangria, our cotton candy, sweet sangria, and our bubblegum pop. That is going to be what is the summer sweet collection. The pink collection is also going to be $3.99, and select men's is going to be $3.99. Now, I'm not a men's body care girly, so I really don't know what that is, but I am going to try to put some pictures in this video for you. Then we're going to have a tier of $4.99. All right, keep in mind that these things, they, like, if you find a product on a display and there is less than 6 of them, You're not going to get it for that price. So know what your prices is before you go in the store, because going in there and saying I found a full price product on a $3.99 display, if they can see and they don't see more than 6 of them, you're not getting it for that price. So just know your pricing guide, and it also is going to help us with our budget. So for $4.99, we are also going to get that's what our bringbacks are going to be. So cucumber melon, which comes back every year, is going to be $4.99. Blush cardigan is going to come back. Dream Bright is going to come back, and Fall and Bloom is going to come back, and they're actually going to come back in the exact same packaging. I'm kind of curious, like, is this the same products? Like, are these 3 and 4 year products that are going to come back? But nonetheless, they're going to be $4.99. It's a great opportunity for you to pick those up if you haven't had a chance to pick those up. Next are bringbacks. These are ones that they have already came out with, but are just now re-releasing, which this is what I'm excited for. So Bali Mango is going to be $4.99. Velvet Sugar is going to be $4.99. Forever Red Vanilla Rum is going to be $4.99. I'm looking forward to that one. Into the Night, I'm assuming they're just going to do a packaging change because that is part of the core line. So Into the Night is going to be $4.99. Be Enchanted, which I'm also looking forward to, is going to be $4.99. And Chocolate Amber, which is another one I'm looking forward to, is going to be $4.99. So yes, that is going to be our hitters for this sale. I know for me particularly. Next, we're going to go up to our 50% off. So these are items that are going to be 50% off. So that's going to be Christmas in July. And this is something new that they're doing for this year. Christmas in July is going to feature, I want to say, Mary Cookie, Candy Apple, and I want to say Wicked Vanilla Woods and Candy Apple Cauldron and Body Care. I'm not really sure right now. I'm going to put a picture of that, but that's going to be 50% off. It depends on what kind of shopper you are, if this is going to be a good deal for you. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the video, but right now that's just the price. Next are Disney princesses. Those are actually only going to be 50% off. I don't think that that's going to be a good deal because we have gotten them for less and we will continue to get them for less. Our spring luxury EDPs, such as Loyal to You, the ones that we just got, Midnight Addiction, those are going to be 50% off. I don't know about that. And men's luxuries, 50% off. And the mini EDPs and the colognes, especially in those, are going to be 50% off. So then when we go down to our 75% off, that is the second tier of best deals. That is going to lend us to our 2024 collabs, which are our Emily in Paris, which was a good kind of deal, but I'm kind of like over it. Our Trailblazer series, which includes Butterfly, the Clean Start collection. I heard that them been coming in the store. That was an online exclusive. I am not a fan, so we should be seeing some online exclusives in the store. And spoiler alert, a couple of our online exclusives often make their way to SAS. I have a feeling Moonlight Path is going to be in SAS, some other online exclusive, because they're not selling that well online, so they're like sending them to stores. That's a little insider information, but don't tell nobody I told you, because Miss Bonita ain't no gossip child. So then we also have Metal Parade, Getaway Soiree. That was the second release or the first release of the luxury collection. Those are going to be 75% off, and they're going to clearance out always and forever. Good. Because I don't like it, y'all. I don't like it. I don't know. So yes, more 50. Let's go back up to the third tier of savings, 50% off. We talked about Christmas in July. We talked about the Disney princesses, but we didn't talk about spring and Easter is going to be a part of that. So that was like that Tootie Candy, Mother's Day, that type of thing. Sweetheart Cherry is going to be 50% off, but I find it funny because Sweetheart Cherry re-released at the same time as Forever Sweet, and Forever Sweet is going to go ahead and be 75% off. So if you can find Forever Sweet, I don't really know. So here's how to save. Here's what your hitters gonna be. All right, so your hitters is going to be $3.99. That's where you're going to get your biggest bang for your buck as far as body care. Candles. If you find a 75% off candle, grab it. grab it, grab it, grab it. 75% off candles usually are close to $8. That's what my math is mathing. If I'm wrong, please, not too much. And yeah, that's gonna be your hitter. It's going for those candles, going for the $3.99. Next here is I don't think body butters and oils and that the more expensive at percentage off is the best deal, unless you have a coupon. If you got a coupon in your app, I'm told paper coupons are no longer a thing, but some people say that some people got paper coupons. If you can get your hands on a paper coupon, go ahead, boo. Go right here and use that coupon. That is the most budget-friendly way that you can get the top deals, because the coupons on top of the 75%, yeah, give me the dollar, okay? No, I'm not really sure, especially since we've been getting $4.95, $5.95 sales. And with a $20 product, such as a body butter, 75% of a $20 product is $5. I don't know. So you're going to save by budgeting. I recommend setting a set price in accordance to the way that you shop. SAS typically lasts 3 weeks advertised, but clearance items stay in the store until they are done. So I have seen clearance items in the store up until a month after SAS. There won't be on display anymore, but there'll be a small little round table with that 75% off stuff, going well into when fall 1 is coming in. So budget in according to your shopping patterns. Me, I'm the type of person, I'm going to go in once and then I'm gonna go in again after a week. I like to film walkthroughs. I also like to not just walk through the store and like film, so purchase some things. So I'm gonna save a couple bones there. My biggest advice is, if you can, wait for that 50% off to go down. So Christmas in July, if you can, wait for it. If you're a one and done, wait, okay? Often, even in SAS, there are sales on top of sales. So you could go in one day and $3.99, they literally flipping the card inside of the thing, and now it's $4.99. So $3.99s always take precedence. 50% off, you can wait. I don't care what your favorite creator says. They don't sell out of stuff like that. Okay, I saw Forever Sweet sell out, but if you are a person that you don't mind the drive, you can wait. Okay, me personally, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna get that Mary Cookie at 50% off, because that is the casualty of my job as a creator. I got to be able to create it for y'all. Okay, I have to be able to create a review for y'all. So I'm gonna buy it at 50% off, but here's gonna be my strategy. And if you're a person that you don't want to wait as well, you're gonna keep your receipt, and then you're going, once it hits 75 or $3.99, because that's what they'll do, they'll hit it at $3.99 like the next week, you are going to go and get a price adjustment. You may have to bring those products, because sometimes some of these essays act like it's coming out their pocket. So be prepared to bring your own products with you so they can scan them, which is weird because they could just do it anyway. But be prepared to bring the products in, have them scan it, give you the price adjustment. You can use that price adjustment on other diamonds. All right, so then that brings me to talk about diamonds. Put room in your budget for diamonds. What is a diamond, you say, Shantae? A diamond is something that you have been wanting for a long time, and for some reason it shows up on 75% off. So last year, for some reason, I was finding Bridgerton. All right, and I had missed Bridgerton. Pick up the diamonds, okay? The diamonds are going to be on the 75% off. That is what's going to sell out, okay? But they constantly get stocked for SAS. After the second week, you in danger territory. So if it's something that you want, after the second week, I wouldn't wait. But by the time the first week ends, there will have been Sunday flash sales. You can't get price adjustments on flash sales. There would have been things going to $3.99 for a day or two. After the second week, I'm gonna say go ahead and wrap it up, boo. Yeah, you're gonna keep your receipts for later visits so you can have some money. I like to just go ahead and price adjust me, have me some cash, keep the cash in the car or whatever. Another thing you need to do is inventory what you have. I'm very sophisticated in my inventory. I have a spreadsheet, but boo, just write it down, remember it. I don't know, just go through your list of what you have. And that's important because we don't want to overbuy, and then what happens is you're like, okay, I bought this one, I already have it, and then you're going to go back. You're not going to want to go back to the store because it's kind of like a hassle. Know and understand the back, the walls, in the night, like I said earlier, butterfly, they're not going to be a part of the sale. There are sales within sales, so there'll still be a $5.95 body care sale. You're going to want to take advantage of that for the back wall stuff. So a lot of us are really upset about things Forever Red being discontinued and things like that. I'm not huge on being upset about things discontinuing because it's my favorite place. They always come out with good stuff. So that's just my thoughts. Literally make a list, and writing down things makes it real. I don't want to get into that. If you can, if there's going to be an online preview it out, create your budget, bring cash. Another way of saving money is not buying body creams. They go bad too fast and they're just not good. I also think you can save by, hear me out, not buying home care. Unless it's a 75% off candle, a sale is always better. I know. Lip care as well. In my opinion, SAS is for body care. SAS is for body care. SAS is for body care. I don't know. So 75% off of a $9 wall plug is generally about $2.60. Let me do that math real quick. Yeah, that's about $2.50. Sometimes we get it cheaper with the coupon and all that. I just don't feel like it's not too much cheaper, but I don't feel like you have to like go nuts to get home care. If you are a girly, well, I don't know how it's gonna work with Halloween, but if you like really missed out on like Christmas candle holders, Halloween candle holders, that type of thing, you could get it because it's available. But I feel like in season shopping the sales sometimes is the best for home care. Ooh, I know I'm gonna make somebody mad, but not too much. All right. So yeah, that is my particular SAS guide, boo. Go ahead and budget. All right. We have officially hit 2 weeks. Don't say I ain't told you. I probably ain't gonna do no more SAS videos. If we get an online preview, I'm probably gonna do another SAS video. But once we in there, we in there. Don't be telling me to slow down, because once it starts, it starts. All right. Save your money. Now, I do not believe that most of us, okay, boo, you don't need a full set. You don't need a lotion or a moisturizer for all those mists. You got mist and stuff at home. I will be doing content on what you can fragrance layer with. The important part is that $3.99 to $4.99, stacking coupons, saving receipts, going back for price adjustments when you can, and prioritizing body care. Prioritizing body care unless it's a 75% off candle. Let me know if you have any questions. If you have gotten this far, give me a yellow chick and a shopping bag to let me know that you hung out with me this whole time. I gotta go to work, y'all.